do you think? I think it might be Benny.
I think right now, they all go through like their own phases of like being like more adventurous.
Like, yeah.
Like recently, Wyatt's actually been like she was jumping on the beanbag from the couch over, and I was like, yeah. And I was kind of like, this is like an accident waiting to happen, but at the same time, like, yeah.
Let me see how it ends.
No, I was just, I want her to get out of her shell. So it's like, you know what? She hits her head on the cabinet. Whatever, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But
I will say, I think that if you were going to give each of our kids, if you could see into the future, crystal ball this shit, and they ended up being winter sport athletes. Yeah. What sport do you think they would each do?
I feel like Wyatt would do figure skating.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, she likes to like dance. But Benny likes to do that too. Benny is very like performative. Like whenever we do like the little fashion shows with the dresses.
Oh yeah.
She like really works it.
She does.
She can play to a crowd very well. Benny.
She does.
So I think Benny would be figure skater.
I think Wyatt would be figure skating.
They probably would both be figure skating.
I think Ellie would be snowboarding of some kind.
I can see that for sure. She's a little bit like marches to her own beat type.
Yeah. And she's like a little more tomboyish.
I agree. Yep.
Jury's still out on Finney.
What else? I can see Wyatt doing like, she's a very like cooperative person. So I can see her doing like a team sport. Mm-hmm. Like a hockey or.
I don't think she would want to hit people. Ellie might do hockey.
Good point.
Ellie would want to hit people.
Good point.
Ellie would be calm until she wasn't. And then good luck.
Maybe Wyatt's a bobsledder.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for Doom Scroll the Week Winter Olympics edition. Hopefully we get to bring this segment back in exactly 4 years. Now, once again, it's time for the reason I'm here. The reason the real ones are tuning in. Our incredible guests, starting with Team USA's slalom skiing gold medal winner, Mikaela Shiffrin. Thanks again to our friends at YouTube and NBC. She's the 3-time Olympic gold medalist, fresh off of her record-breaking slalom victory in Cortina. She has the most Olympic gold medals of any U.S. alpine skier in history. And some would say, some including me, she's the greatest American skier ever. She has a hit podcast called What's the Point? And fun fact, she's once offered to teach me how to ski. It's Mikaela Shiffrin. Welcome to Not Gonna Lie.
That did happen. Yeah, thank you.
I'm so happy to be here. Our team got you a bowl of gummy bears just in case you felt the need. Do you want to tell people about this?
About the sour gummy bears. Is it okay if I actually have one?
No, they're yours. They literally just put them in the bowl. Nobody else has touched them.
Nobody like sneezed on them?
No, my husband did. Oh, I'm a germaphobe. That would have been, I would have called it. Okay, and my husband, I actually told him he wasn't allowed to touch them.
I was eyeing them pretty hard.
Would you like one?
Yeah, I've never seen
here, let's just share these. Oh my gosh, what's happening?
What's the best color here?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I think orange is pretty good.
Each, yeah.
I'll just feed them to you.
Grab one of each.
Grab one of each. Oh, yeah. Would you like one?
Oh, I'm okay. Thank you.
Yeah, the sour gummies, it's like I guess it's a hack for anxiety that
sour candy.
Now I'm eating sour gummies. I gotta put this down. Okay.
No, I'll tell while you chew. It's studies have shown that anxiety can be managed in like minor situations. Yeah. With sour candy.
Yes.
That it shocks.
Like sour things. Like I in theory, if you bite into a lemon, there's like these external factors that help like sort of, it's like parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system stuff. That gets a little scientific, but anyway, I've been eating sour gummies at the start and I do not like sour things. Like bad, but these are tolerable.
Just enough.
These are just enough.
Just enough.
Tolerable.
I love that. Now, I saw the clip where you accidentally, we'll call it accidentally, said the F word on TV, allegedly. I just want to be clear again. You can say whatever the fuck you want on here. I just need to clarify that so that we have it all out. But I'm very proud of you for that because I do love that your reaction to dropping an F-bomb was then to say, oh shit. Because why not manage...
I was like spiraling.
No. Why not manage an expletive with another expletive?
Yeah, well, the next one.
I mean, take your pick.
I'm like, mother, no, we can't do that. We can't go there.
You said espresso martinis. Were you still feeling the espresso martinis?
No,
we were just...
So I have never had one. Now I have. I had not ever had one.
What a lovely place to have one.
Yeah, it was, everybody had been raving about the espresso martinis where we were like having dinners, and I'd never had one, and I haven't been drinking for probably the last 2 years, like not a sip. So
this is explaining a
yeah.
lot.
So over the course of the evening after the slalom race, I probably had a total of just one.
Sure.
But everybody on our team, we had this like celebration toast, and everybody on our team was there, and like the, you know, donors and sponsors and all of these partners, and like they were all handing me espresso martini. I was like double fisting espresso martinis. And I don't think, and then they're like, make sure to pace yourself because this will hit hard. I'm like, I haven't eaten all day. I haven't had a drink in like 2 years.
Yes.
I'm like,
you're in the mountains.
I'm in the mountains. I had to make a speech. So I like downed a glass of champagne, which is the worst ever. It tastes like wet dog. Like champagne is, do you like champagne?
That's so accurate.
It's gross. When you got sprayed with champagne, then you're like, everything I have smells like, and like if you spray a winter hat with champagne, you will never get that smell out of your system. And you will never like champagne again.
That's so accurate. It's like slightly sour.
Yeah.
Wet dog.
And like rancid. And yeah, so, but that's what everybody wants to toast with. So we were toasting with champagne. I'm like, oh, I got to make a speech. I haven't thought about this. So I'm like down the champagne, and I'm like, oh, we're in it now. And then somebody hands me my mom actually handed me an espresso martini.
That's women supporting women.
Thanks, Mom. Mom's fault. And then
does Mom also have a mouth? Does Mom use expletives?
To be honest, I've actually been a really bad influence on her. She would not have. And I was like, the first thing that I actually thought when this happened, what went through my mind, and the reason I said shit was like, my aunts are going to come after me. And I was like, oh no, when my mom sees this, what's she going to say? But honestly, we've gotten to the point, I read somewhere like 2 weeks ago that swearing helps you live longer. It's like
Did you know it's a marker
of intelligence?
You read that one too.
I read that one.
People
Seems
send,
like we're on the same algorithm. To me in the last 24 hours.
People tag me in the comments. Now, not many people realize this, but this conversation is actually years in the making.
Yeah.
But I'm going to come back to that because I don't want to bury the lead. You won.
Won it.
You won.
Yeah. It was a lottery.
Right, you did. You actually said, I won. I fucking won. This right here is the lottery, and I won. Oh, and I got a medal too.
Yeah. And that's there. That's where that is.
Yes, it is.
Here it is.
I would just like to say that when Michaela walked in, she put her backpack down and then flung the medal out and said, do you want this out here? Do you want it out here?
Each day I'm like testing it a little bit more to see if it breaks.
I've seen a lot.
You've seen a lot of disconnected medals from, yeah, I know. It hasn't broken yet.
We spoke to Breezy about it the other day.
Yeah.
And apparently Alyssa's didn't last long either.
Well, she jumps a lot.
It's funny because Breezy said that that's when hers broke.
Yeah, everybody. So I was purposefully not jumping.
Don't jump.
I didn't, or if I jumped, I held it.
Okay.
But then I'm like a little bit sad because mine didn't break. But
maybe you need to jump.
Maybe I need to jump. I guess we could probably do it real quick. Just like make it happen.
We'll do like a celebration jump at the end of this. We'll see if we get it to go.
Maybe they engineered mine properly.
Now, 48 hours ago, you won gold in slalom. Your first gold in 8 years. First in slalom in 12 years. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Oh, it's been a whirlwind. You know, after my first gold, after Sochi, I had no idea. I did not know what to anticipate. And I was 18 years old and I was like, it's a ski race. Guys, it's going to be fine. I was also sick for the slalom. I had a cold. So I was like totally delirious, just out of it. Like, give me the Advil and the Tylenol and I'll go do my race and it'll be fine. And then after that, it was just like 72 hours straight of, I don't even know. I get like, kind of where I am a little bit right now, but I know what to expect. But it's different, you know, 12 years in the making after my first gold medal. And then South Korea was my next Olympics and I got 2 medals there. But it was also, I sort of started to get a grasp of maybe the darker side of the Olympics where even though I won a gold in giant slalom, I didn't win a medal in the slalom. And that was like, it became this really bittersweet thing. And because the slalom was the last, or the sort of the event I was supposed to win, it came after the GS, people just sort of like brushed the GS under the rug a little bit, which was really intriguing for me. I was like, you guys know I just won a medal, but I was seeing all these comments like, don't come home, you're not welcome in the US anymore. And this was the first time I was thinking, I saw the dark side of it. Like, there's a reaction no matter what you do. And like, people don't only tune into the Olympics, they tune into your sport every 4 years, but they'll literally only tune into the event that they think there's a medal contender in. So they have no idea what happened in other, and I get it too, because I'm like, I have not been able to keep up with everything that's gone on here, but it was just interesting. So then I went to Beijing and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much pressure but there's also like, it's COVID and it's crazy and we're doing testing every day and we're wearing masks and we're isolated from each other, eating dinner. And it was such an out of body experience in Beijing. And then I saw like a very intense side of the Olympics, that a very, high expectation side of it. So now we're here and I'm like, are we sure? Is this real?
Does it feel a little dreamlike?
A little dreamlike, yeah.
Okay.
That was a long explanation.
No, it's for real. You did that. Again.
Are we sure?
I'm certain. You have it right there. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. How does this newest gold rank amongst the three?
I don't think I can rank them really. I think they're just so totally different. Like my Olympic experiences have been so wildly different. Now it's 4 and I'm really aware right now of all of the work that's gone into not the medal, but the work that's gone into showing up on race day and being able to like show up with the mentality and the skiing that I wanted to do. And that it was like, there's just been so much in the making. And that started obviously what you can be like, oh, it started 30 years ago, whatever. But also even this summertime, the amount of conversations I had with my psychologist talking about all the different feelings surrounding the Olympics and like desensitizing to the word and imagining the vibe, imagining the colors. And even like 2 summers ago, I was in Paris. And one of the reasons to go to Paris was to be able to see this like Olympic look and to sort of desensitize to it. And it's been so much, work with my team and like communication, and it's been a really great growth experience, but you spend so much time doing all of this work and training for something. And then like the moment it happens is, 47 seconds or like in the blink of an eye. And it's just really weird.
It's so cool to think about your team, all the work you're talking about that leads up to it. And the idea of obviously not ranking your medals, not picking this one, but the idea that like you've done so much to prepare for this moment and you executed. So like regardless of the medal, you did what you came to do.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
That's so
and
amazing.
I feel like we've been hearing that from a lot of athletes this games, like even Alyssa competing and, those who maybe didn't win a medal when there was some expectation around that. It's like, a lot of athletes are prioritizing being happy in life. And I've been getting that message. And maybe that's just because like my algorithm is putting this out there to me because that's what I'm looking for too. But I feel like there's a shift in the sports environment to be like, first and foremost, you must be happy in life. Like Breezy, you were talking to her. We were talking about this. She kept sending me these messages. It's going to sound a little bit blunt, but there's like a lead up to it, but we don't have time for that. So she's like, if you're not happy without a medal, you won't be happy with a medal, ... because happiness comes from cats. And it's like, honestly,
perfect.
Maybe not for your family, but
we'll like fill in whatever you want into cats, right?
Yeah. And it was like, that's just this metaphor for like, there's just so much life outside of the sport, but we do so much of our life. It's all geared towards the sport. And it's even like, I haven't been drinking for 2 years because every time I have a glass of anything, I get sick. And I'm like, I can't afford to be sick, right? Literally ever. So we're just gonna not have any alcohol. Like, we're gonna drink electrolytes, man.
Yeah.
It's just all the dedication for sure. And you've probably heard it a billion times, so people are maybe sick of that, but it is this cliche concept. And yeah, I don't know, just I'm really appreciative of this now, especially like, this would not mean as much without Beijing, but it's also, I don't think it would have happened without Beijing. Like, what I went through in Beijing after my dad passing, what I went through with my mom there, and then, in the years following that it was just such a catalyst for immense growth in my life. And I don't think I would have been in the position to actually show up and execute the skiing properly here without that.
Without the whole journey.
Yeah.
Why is it so important to be open about your mental health? Because it's something that you've already touched on here today, but obviously the journey that you've taken and that you've continued to talk about, I think is really important, not only for athletes, but also for just everyone to hear that. I think athletes are in our society, viewed as some of like the strongest people, both physically and mentally. Mm-hmm. To be outspoken about discussing your mental health and well-being is a way of saying, like, you acknowledge it and you allow other people to fall into that idea of it's okay to talk about it and it's not perfect and it's not supposed to be perfect.
Yeah.
Why is it so important for you to make sure that messaging is out there?
I feel like with athletes in particular, there has been, and this is kind of shifting, but there's not a way that it's supposed to be. Like, you show up as an athlete and there will be points in your career where you feel really confident, and there's going to be points in your career where you go through a lot of struggle, and it's all part of it, right? But I feel like there's been such a aura around sports. It's like, you are supposed to be fearless. You're supposed to dive into the unknown and challenges without questioning it at all. And I've just, over the course of my career, I've pretty much always questioned everything. I'm really uncertain most of the time, and it's so uncomfortable. But then it's like, when an athlete faces a moment where they're uncertain, then it's really uncomfortable and they don't know what to do with that. And then it's like, you get these really high highs and these really low lows, and you think that you're supposed to be a certain way in order to achieve something great. And I feel like it's important to show to people and to elaborate that there's not really one way anything's supposed to go. But for me personally, verbally processing, talking with a psychologist, that has made my life so immensely better. And it's helped my communication in relationships. I've become so much more clear and sort of confident in action, maybe not in my feeling within myself, but the way that I'm able to say no or say yes or set boundaries or just know what my own limits are and to express that to other people, and relationships within my family, relationships outside of my family, within my team, that has gotten so much better because of expressing what's going on in my head and in my heart. So I feel that it's really important. And we talk about mental health, and there's just so many different layers of that. Not everybody, you don't have to have a clinical diagnosis to experience what's going on in your head and your heart. That's just a real thing that people have because we've got brains and
we're human.
And we're human and we got hearts. Yeah, I hope. I would hope. Haven't met one without one yet.
Now, I always love to make sure that anyone that I speak to that's advocating for something that makes it easier for our girls, we have 4 girls, to navigate life, that I thank you in person. So I thank you for all of the things that you're talking about, because you're going to make me cry. Don't look at me like that. You don't cry.
No,
don't do it. It'll be a chain reaction. Don't do it.
No.
I always like to make sure that people who are having those conversations, people who are being transparent and allowing people in that way, who make it an easier world to navigate for our kids growing up, especially young women, that is such an important thing to talk about. That is what you're doing, where you're like, oh, I hope that someone, but people are. And I want you to know that.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. In addition to the mental strength, you've done so much physically to prepare. We'll take it in a lighter note now. We've all seen the video of your back abs. What's happening?
Yeah, so tough.
Strong. This is like,
Yes.
You're joking.
I wish. No, my mom saw that. I was
You
like,
don't
Mom,
wish.
look at my back.
You don't wish. That's fucking impressive.
When your mom tells you you look like you have an alien coming out of your back, it's not really
She was
great.
kidding.
She was not
She told me
kidding.
earlier she was kidding.
Multiple people said the same thing. And they did not discuss it with each other.
If you have not seen this video, it's unbelievably impressive.
Oh, well, thank you. So skiing is a sport that's like very, it's very quad and back dominant. So that's part of it, right? But also we were going through this, my physical therapist has noticed this when we're like talking on the table, and if I chuckle or laugh, my back muscles would do this. And she'd be like, the way the lighting was in this room, she's like, oh, I have to take a video. And then I saw it, I was like, this is gonna go viral.
Do you have any other secret abs? Do you have like quad abs or like forearm abs? Like are you just like smuggling abs all over your body? Yes. No. She's just strong. She can't help it. Leave her alone.
I can like,
it's impressive.
I can like activate my quads really fast.
Of course you can. Because you're an Olympic gold medalist. It's fine.
I don't have abs everywhere.
Only on her back.
More abs. It's only on my back, and I wish it was on my front. But you gotta just pick one or the other. Oh my god.
So I mentioned at the top, but this conversation has been years in the making because my husband originally told the now. Are we calling it famous? Okay, famous story of my first time skiing on the other podcast back in 2023.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I remember when this, and you guys are like, yeah, there's this.
In the podcast, Kylie shared that both Taylor and Travis wanted a private wedding far from the Hollywood spotlight and the fast pace of cities like New York or Los Angeles. They found a sense of peace in Montana, surrounded by majestic mountains, wide prairies, and endless open skies. Kylie described Montana as something real and unpretentious, a place centered on nature, family, and love rather than flashiness. She explained that the couple had visited the state several times during breaks from Taylor's demanding schedule and Travis's NFL season, and those trips ultimately inspired them to choose it as the place to begin their married life. Kylie revealed that both families are thrilled about the news, describing the atmosphere as busy and emotional as everyone helps with preparations. Donna Kelce is reportedly assisting with menu selections and family traditions, while Ed Kelce may have a meaningful role in the ceremony, though details remain private. Kylie joked that Jason is trying not to get overly emotional but is deeply proud of his younger brother, saying he has never seen Travis so happy and at peace. Although the couple values privacy, the wedding itself is expected to be elegant and thoughtfully designed. Taylor is said to be personally involved in selecting the decor, with plans for a luxurious rustic theme featuring Montana wildflowers, warm golden lighting, long tables beneath the stars, and a breathtaking mountain backdrop. The guest list will include close friends and a few notable figures from entertainment and sports, but Kylie emphasized that the focus is on meaningful connections rather than spectacle. Taylor has long dreamed of a wedding where she can simply be herself, not a performer under cameras, but a woman marrying the man she loves. Travis has also taken an active role in the planning, discussing details with the wedding planner and carefully considering the ceremony music. After the episode of Not Going to Lie aired, social media quickly buzzed with excitement, and the phrase Montana wedding surged in online searches. Fans praised the poetic choice of location, saying it reflects Taylor's mature and family-oriented new chapter. Kylie ended by expressing her belief that Montana will mark the beginning of the most beautiful chapter of their lives, though no official wedding date has yet been announced.